So it's the first round of a tournament and you forgot your health tracker. There's an app for that. Tired of dealing with those turn clocks? Or just dying to know the odds of that last roll? Well, there's an app for that. Let's say you need to know the ability on that enemy monster, or just want to see what the latest is from Team Covenant. There's an app for that too. In fact, there's a single app for all of that. Introducing Covenant, the app. Tabletop gaming, meet the 21st century.
This is the Covenant app. What the Covenant app is a way for these old tabletop games to meet the 21st century. And we provided an app that's going to bridge that gap between old and new. And it's going to revolutionize everything. Now this app, of course, is a big deal for us. We've kind of put a lot of time and energy into it. And it's because we really do feel like this is a seamless way of integrating what we love about tabletop games and the classic feel there with a more refined, a newer technology that doesn't take away from the core of tabletop games, but instead makes it more efficient and lets you concentrate on the game itself rather than the components, keeping track of things, and all of that kind of stuff. So the one downfall of tabletop games is, there's a lot of keeping track, there's a lot of writing things down and making sure you have the pieces and components necessary to play the games that you want to play. Well, those days are over. It's time to consolidate it all into one app, one place you can go for everything that you need, and it's going to be big.
One thing I'm terrible at is remembering to bring health trackers to tournaments. And so when we were building the play tab in Covenant the app, I really wanted to focus on things that can make the lives of these gamers easier. So for me personally, I know I wanted to build in a health tracking system. And so on top of the time clock that's built into the play tab, you also can track the health of the monsters. Recently I've also been playing a lot of double monsters, so one of the main things I wanted to include in this app was the ability to choose between a single monster game or a double monster game. So you click play, and then you choose this default time of the turns. You choose single monster or double monster, and then you pick your monsters. And it loads the monsters up with the default health of whatever the monster is. And right there on the one screen, you've got the health trackers for every monster and the time clock. And it just all comes together to provide a seamless playing experience. My favorite feature on Covenant the app has to be the calculator. For all of you that read my blog, you know how big I am on odds and statistics and how you can't blame the dice. And what I found over using the app over the past few weeks and months is I was making a lot of rolls that weren't the percentages that I thought they were. I would make a roll thinking it was 90+% and it's 70. And with the app, it makes it really easy and convenient to check your odds right after you make the roll and miss. And then you go, oh, it was 70%. I had a pretty good chance of missing. One of the greatest assets on the Team Covenant network of sites is the wiki. And building this into the app was only natural. The ability to look up a monster that you're playing against right before the game that you don't really see that often can mean the difference between a win and a loss because you actually understand what this ability is.
Now you guys may have noticed that this isn't called Monsterpocalypse the app. It's called Covenant the app. The reason for that is that every single game in the Covenant family is going to be integrated into this app. Now the app itself is free, and a lot of the features that you're going to want come free as well. However, there's some of the more intricate features that took us a lot of time to do that we're going to have kind of an unlocking system going on. So you can pick and choose the things that you want. Rather than charging a big price for everything, a lot of which you wouldn't need, we're just going to let you guys choose what features you want to unlock. If you just play Monsterpocalypse and you just want the dice calculator, you can unlock that. If you want everything in the Monsterpocalypse app, you can unlock that too. If you're a spoils player and you don't care about Monsterpocalypse, don't worry about it. Just unlock the spoils side of the app. In this way, you can really fine-tune whatever you want the experience to be. One app, that's all you need, it's done. Okay, so we've got an app. That's a pretty big deal. We've got a seamless way for the old tabletop genre to meet the 21st century. And we think it's really great. We've also got a new game. You know, we've got Spoils and Monster Apocalypse are still strong, still being supported. But there's a better way to do all of this. And that's something that we've wanted to do for years now. Our dream, our vision for our website has always been much higher than the product that you've seen. And that's just a matter of resources. It's a matter of what we were able to do with the time and the resources that we had. Now, because of your support and constantly helping us, encouraging us, and purchasing from us, we've been able to work on for the past few months, well, years, this new project, Covenant Reborn, and it's our new website.
So where are we? We're at the beginning of a new era for Team Covenant. This new era is signified with the launching of the new Team Covenant website. And this website, it goes beyond anything that we've ever had on the Team Covenant domain. It's all about being streamlined and being easy, and it makes sense on how to use it. And most importantly, you've only got one account. You sign up on the Team Covenant homepage, and it's the account that you make comments with, and that you post blogs with, and that you participate on the forums with. And it's just really easy.
So let's start with what this website can do and why it's an improvement over the old. The first thing I want to talk about is the ability to publish content. Now, there's lots of ways to communicate with other people, to share with other people, but this is a specific avenue in which gamers can directly get their content out to other gamers who understand exactly what they're saying. How does this sound? Every time you post a blog, instead of going to our community site or a separate page that you have to log into, how about it just goes onto the front page?
You remember those 20,000 people I was talking about that come to our site every month?
How about the second that you click post, thousands and thousands of people who view Team Covenant every day can see what you have to say about your favorite faction, your favorite trade, your recent tournament, or anything that you want to talk about. And not only that, they can click on your blog, they can read it, they can comment on it, and they can give you feedback.
It's all about connecting the community. And there are already really great tools online for connecting. There's Facebook, and there's Twitter, and there are all these various social networks to upload pictures and share experiences. But what we kept seeing is gamers are the kind of people who not only want to share content, but they want to create it. When you play a game against a really good opponent at a big event like MonCon or Gen Con, you really want to share that experience. And previously, there's really no way of sharing that experience. You can't post it to Twitter, you can't really post it to Facebook, and you probably wouldn't want to. But with the new site, you can. You can share this experience. Essentially what we're doing with the new website is allowing any visitor to create an account and post a blog and share their experience with thousands of people who understand that experience.
You know what you're able to do is actually create a following. People on this website have the option to follow other members. Just like Twitter or having friends on Facebook, these other social network things, people can get the content that they want. So if you have a favorite author, let's say you like to hear about Zach, what Zach's writing about, you like his thoughts, click on Zach, click follow, and every time he updates, every time he posts something, it'll be in your activity bar. You won't have to think about it, you'll just get to see exactly the content that you want. All the people that you don't care to hear from, you don't have to hear from them. Only those that you really, really want to read, they'll always be there. Long gone are the days of losing content because too many people were posting too fast and you just couldn't keep up. This way, you have a seamless, easy way to always make sure that the content that you want is on your front page.
This type of a creation platform is unprecedented in the gaming industry.
Now let's take a good friend of ours, Robert Portillo, for instance, down from Chicago. Now, he has decided to put a lot of effort into a publication called Following Fire. It's a Monpoc webzine, really well produced, well laid out, has some good thoughts in it, and just a really good way to excite the community and get discussion going, and to collect thoughts of players around the world and collect them in a nice packaged thing. Now, currently, what does Robert do with this? Does he make a website? Does he collect email addresses like he's doing and just send it out on a monthly basis? Does he just post a blog on our site and it gets read by the few people that are on the community site? Well, he could do any of those things, but we think there's a way better way for him to do it. Now, on the new site, let's say that Robert could create a blog under Robert Portillo, or even better, how about Robert creates a name, Following Fire? Let's call him a user, Following Fire. And every time that Following Fire was to publish an issue, you simply create a blog with the issue in it. And now if I want to subscribe to Following Fire, I click follow on Following Fire, and every single month I get it in my sidebar whenever a new issue is published. I can read it, I can immediately comment to Robert, tell him what I liked, what I didn't like. He can improve his publication, we can all improve as gamers, we can connect over it, and it's just a beautiful experience. So this is some of the things that are going to separate the old style of gaming, the old style of connecting and sharing content, and it's going to introduce a new way to do everything. And we're pretty excited about it. So there's another new feature that I really want to talk to you guys about. It's something that I've been wanting for a long time, and every time I visit the Team Covenant site, I yearn for it. And that is, as simple and as old school as it may be, a really good forum. I think this is an essential tool for players to just hang out, talk with one another, post threads, post questions. It's just a good middle ground. Maybe you don't want to make a big blog about something, but you want to get some ideas out there. You want to get some advice from your friends or from the other people in the community. We'll just make a forum post. So of course what we've done is created a very simple, efficient forum that's not cluttered. It's not, there's not too much going on. It's just exactly what you want, exactly where you need it, right on the site. And of course, since it's all one login, you can just click on forum, make your posts, and everything's happening. Everything's done. And let's face it, it's going to be a really good community of people, because look at MonCon, look at the Team Covenant site. You guys are amazing. So why not give you a forum on which to enjoy and post discussions and just have a great time.
So we've been adding a few games lately to the Team Covenant mix, and we don't ever plan on being more than maybe 5 or 8 games, but as we continue to add games to our website, there's really got to be a way for you to be able to get the content that you want about your game. And so what we've created within this new site is a filtering system. And along the top under the nav bar, you'll see the different games. And if you click Monster Apocalypse, without even reloading the page, it's going to make only Monster Apocalypse content up here. If you click the spoils, it's going to do the same thing.
We're not going to put games on the site that are subpar in any way. We feel like we find the best games with your advice and your opinions, and we support them with all of our heart and all of our effort. Now that's what we're going to do with the 3 games we have now, Burning Wheel, The Spoils, and Monster Apocalypse, and that is not going to change. But just don't be weary. We're not going to go into 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 80 games and become just like everybody else, where they don't know what they're talking about, and they don't really understand the product that they're selling.
This new site, it's so much more than just another new site for Team Covenant. It's honestly going to have a lasting impact on the way we play these games.
And there you have it. That's what we've been working on for 2010. We have a fully updated wiki with the spoils, a new game. We have the Burning Wheel added. We have digital versions of the spoils tutorial so new players can get into these games. We have a new app, the Covenant app, that's going to seamlessly integrate the old and the new into a very, very efficient product. And then finally, we have a new website, which you guys can check out really soon.
All these things have taken a lot of effort and a lot of time, and we've only been able to do it because of you and your support. So thanks to you, we've been able to do something that hopefully you find very, very useful.
But I've got to say, even after all this work through 2010,
it's only going to get better. If you think Covenant the app is cool and you think the new website is awesome, wait till you see what happened in 2011.
I just have to say, wait until you see what we have for 2011. And I'll see you then.